But well, luckily for us, your school friend, I presume. Well, she's not exactly the picky type, but if it was a designated reading for one of our own, for example, it would be quite complicated to try and spin something out of the rapid whirlpool that was.
Out of character, because this is like the thing that's dropped on me. Like, did Reiko had a time and a chance to learn about this stuff, or this is like completely new for her in character?
In character, she hasn't been to one of these before. Like she knows her father helps Katsumi's father do a bunch of stuff, but he hasn't really gone into detail about what it does. So he just says he did a thing.
Okay.
So
Well, I don't really get defensive, but sorry, because I asked out of character question and then I lost the track of the things. Like I think, yeah, okay. So he said that if somebody,
I just keep pausing.
um, yeah, I scratch my head like I'm like scolded. It doesn't feel really nice, but I try to understand what he's saying and say that I guess she says, "Oh, I understand, father." Like she doesn't elaborate, but what I mean is she now knows why he's quite displeased.
He'll just kind of like he'll just kind of sigh and release the tension from his face, and he'll be like, "Well, at least you show initiative. That's more to be said than most people would just passively sit by. Like I said, it wasn't a grave error. It just caught me by surprise that you would be so brazen. I knew that. Well, you've always been one to 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 step before you think, but still, it shows that you've grown quite nicely. I don't remember you used to be able to do something like that. It seemed like you were a beacon of light, trying to steer a path into another direction, rather than let things flow as they should have done."
Um, she has like a very sudden urge to like when she like gets like the image of Katsumi and she like replays a lot of the stuff that happened with her. And I know on the other hand that I maybe shouldn't say that. So I just gonna roll something for myself to see if I like just blurp it out or hold myself back. Uh,
Right.
would that be diligence, expression?
It'll probably be diligence.
Nah, I guess like he can see that I have this like look on my face, and like open my mouth, like as I want to say something, maybe not exactly protest, and then like I like snipe him up and like chuckle. And sorry, out of character. When he says that he didn't know I was that brazen, he means that what I should have done was to say like decline helping him because I didn't have any idea what I was doing. Just as a player, I'm asking if I understand his message correctly.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is that he didn't know you had that capability, so he didn't feel like he had to warn you against doing anything because he seen you like use like Ebisu and your magic, but you never really had an ability to like change the flow of something. So that's why he was making a remark about it. God damn it, stupid rabbit.
Okay.
Yes, what? what Neb said in chat.
Uh-huh. I like... Well, I wouldn't be me if I wasn't walking forward. If I don't evolve and change, I regress, I guess. I just really want to help. I'm not doing this because I want to be great or powerful. I just want to help.
Perhaps the Academy's influence has already started to manifest within you. Though I had heard that it was to do with, skills that would help you later on in life rather than great abilities such as the one that you displayed.
Yes, I'm still getting the... And speak about if I mean, main reason I'm here and I was interested about that, me helping people. I didn't see Katsumi till that day, and I'm mostly here if you had time, if you could. If rather explain something, like at least basics in regards to this dream walking. That friend that was here, she helped me find some books and diaries from people used to dreamwalk, but well, they are just memories of someone else, just written memories, and I don't know if they are true or not, and I thought you still would be the best source. I'm giving a sense of like...
So you wish to know more about the noble power that we as Fujiwara share then? How time goes fast. Well, I can teach you about that and what it means for us to be the moral compass of the Japanese people.
Of course, I will be glad to learn everything about it. As both as my duty as Fujiwara and I like mutter quietly, but of course he still hears that, and to help Katsumi.
Right. Well, I suppose we'll retire to one of the libraries. And they'll just kind of put a hand on Reiko's shoulder, and he'll be like, well, at least you're coming to me when it comes to developing your myth. We wouldn't want to be talking to any strange people you might meet at the academy. You might tell you things otherwise. You know, you never quite know what they're using with their abilities. Right?
Of course, Father. None of my friends like offered anything. But I think I keep myself with a good of people.
Yes, teenage friendships and all of those kind of things. They're lovely. But we are going to talk on a family level.
Of course, Father.
Alright. So you'll just go to a library and basically, if you want to ask him anything, like he'll answer your questions.
Okay. Could we potentially... This is like small suggestion from me because technically I already bought with XP all of the requirements for my SFX, but can we just say that this scene in part is like me getting at least parts of the knowledge required, like so that we can like so I can what's the word?
Like you didn't just pluck it out of the
fluff wise in character say that this is the moment when I'm getting parts of this.
Alright. So what he'll do is that, were you here when... I don't think you were here when Katsu did the pendulum thing with you. I think that's when he went to sleep.
If that was the thing that was done on like separate session, then I wasn't.
No, it was last Sunday.
I was last Sunday, and I think we all finished at the... As a player, I was here, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, but basically he'll say how most people aren't aligned, blah 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 blah, and when they choose to align themselves, they go in the polar, they go into the polar opposite. So like light and dark are two polar opposites, and basically the foods are meant to be like pendulums that swing between both of them, and they never truly are, you know, light, and they're never truly dark, and that gives them the capabilities to see things from both perspectives and make things and make sure things are in balance and stuff.
This is
And it
actually
also
bloody
mean-
amazing. Sorry, go on.
and so he'll be able to get you your Mudo bead and your Hammer bead, and he will pluck it from his own personal like prayer bead string.
Of course,
And you
I will like receive them with like, you know, all the showings of respect, because I feel like this is a kind of big deal and big thing, especially coming from father, and I will like say things like I will strive to do my best to not like what's the word? Fucking hell.
Alright. Can you roll? No, I will roll it because it's an intuition thing. Alright, you don't notice. There we go. Problem solved.
Problem solved. And before that, I wanted to comment that this is actually like thing that really works with Sun Arcana, because one of their main things is that they try to strive to understand the world. And of course, you cannot understand the reality and world if you only look at the one thing, one spectrum, so to speak.
Alright.
As for question, if I may ask, because I don't plan on keeping this scene for too longer.
Alright.
Probably the only question that I could ask right now is that I'm not asking how this can help Katsumi. I imagine he would get angry at that question, and this is something I need to figure out. But I would like wonder something along the lines, as last time you mentioned, like using Jeffrey to trigger events is like kinda not nicely moral-wise, so I would skid around the topic and like ask something along those lines, that if guiding people, like if I should, are there any lines like when guidance stops being a guidance and starts being leading someone by the hand, so to speak? I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Whether you're guiding them to do it themselves or you're making them do it.
That's, I think, essentially what
like
I'm
you're
trying
controlling them or you're enabling them to do their own thing. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. And yeah, this is probably the question that Reiko would ask, considering what she knows about Katsu.
Alright, so Jun is of the mind that we lead by example, and that if you sit by passively, then people will destroy themselves with or without your help. So you might as well be proactive in things. That's what he'll say, and he'll be like, if you weren't the kind of person who had a good moral character, then you wouldn't be doing it in the first place. He's pretty much a go-getter in that regard.
I like, after hearing that advice and answer, like, of course, bow in respect and reverence. Thank you for an advice, father. And like, flash him a smile that I feel like I'm on the path to fix things. I'm gonna make things.
And he also mentioned about how the three great imperial clans, they have abilities that are innately synergistic with each other, but they can stand by themselves as things that guide all, that every family and person who's able to use myth can use and adhere to.
So just, if I remember them correctly, of course he means Fujiwaras. Does he mean also Nakatomis, and what's the third one?
So Nakatomis are old Fujiwaras. So he means Fujiwaras, Tairas, and Minamotos.
Okay.
And he'll say that well, given the times ahead, we'll need to steel ourselves for when we are the only great clan that is left. So the earlier we start, the better.
Does he look like he's done with the question? Because that's kind of intrigued me. So to be honest, and like as I almost like planning to leave, if I take a lot of your time further, then I will just leave. But if I may ask one more question, what you just said in
Go ahead.
Why exactly do you mean that we will be the only one that's left? Is the I mean, I know that Minamoto Sensei, I heard something about his potential heir, and to be honest, I didn't even hear anything about hire. So, does that mean they have some problem?
He'll just kind of laugh, and he'll be like, the best that Torajiro can do is that he can simply pass down the myth that he has gathered to somebody unrelated to him, but it won't fully transfer. It's not the same as being born as a Minamoto. It will simply linger on within society until one may be born again in the future. And as for the Taira, they've been trying to have an heir for generations, but well, they usually tend to pass on into the other world before they're able to come into fruition, though they keep trying.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Father. And like, yeah, I thank him for the time that he spent explaining the stuff, giving me the beats, and unless he has something else to say, then I will like bid him good night, I guess.
Before you go, like he'll just say like, since you don't live at the temple anymore, it would be good if you checked in on Katsumi. You two looked good together when you were close.
Like I made like my smile for this off because like I like flinch. I feel like it's like pain in my soul. This is like my trauma acts up, and obviously I'm not masking it. It's impossible. Like I can be read like an open book. I wish I could do, but I don't know if it would be just that simple. Like I don't know if I can face her. I will.
Why not? Have you gotten into an argument? She can be terribly stubborn at times, but she does care about you.
Of course I care about her, but what happened in... I'm extremely sorry, I always forget the fucking name of that place. Akigahara?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember it. But what happened at the Akigahara? I felt like I really let her down, and she has every right to, I don't know, maybe not exactly outright hate me, but avoid. I will. I won't run away from this for too long. And then I tail off. In fact, I will probably, if I will given chance, I will like try to go to check out on her, but we'll see.
Right. Well, he'll just kind of scratch his head, and he'll just be like, when it comes to these kind of emotions, I'm afraid that even I'm out of my element.
And then I try to like smile and say, it's no problem, Father. You always are a great help.
Not a problem. Oh, I bid you a good evening, Reiko, and I hope you come by again. Of course. There's only so much of the head I can put up with. There's no fun otherwise.
Sorry, but I'm not sure if I caught the meaning of that last sentence, and I mean like not in character.
He's basically saying how
head?
Katsu's a bit of a bore. He's the head of the Fujiwara.
Okay, so I wasn't exactly sure, but and like I chuckle, like my humor is like slightly better, and then I bid him good evening, and I leave, feeling slight turmoil as I start wondering, like maybe trying to check on Katsumi, but that's basically I think
you
for
won't
now
you
scene is
won't
done.
see her. You won't see her around. So
Yeah, that's what I assumed when you mentioned that you only have one thing, the very news. I was like wondering, but okay, so I will just want to find her.
yeah.
That's perfectly fine. Anyways, I am donezo with that scene.
Alright. So I guess we can go back to the dorm
Dunzo.
where we can have the girly chat.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna roll a diligence for Suzuka to see if she's out of her funk.
What's the negative?
I guess she is.
Wow. Oh damn.
She will come out of her comfy.
Oh no, the comfy land's ruined. She's worked so hard to preserve it.
She has detoxed from her social adventures the last weekend.
Just fucking vomited it all up. Just kept drinking fucking energy drink to push it out of her system forcibly.
Alright, she'll be in the common room.
Let's get some pumping dorm music. If I don't hear an Alu Akbar, I'm gonna be depressed. Kappa.
Ding ding. I don't have that. Oh,
No.
did I put that in Dawn?
You should have. I think you did.
No.
There it is. No, there it is.
Oh.
Wrong side. There you go, buddy. Buddy bear. Alright, cool. See ya.
Yes. Suzuka's in the common room doing homework.
Fucking sweet. I forget, did I borrow a laptop or something from the fucking esports society?
Yeah, because you didn't say you bought your own computer, so.
Right? I guess if possible, Akira would have been in the comments doing this also. Like, get out of here, Naomi, you're not fucking here.
Yeah, you're dead.
You're dead. Get out of here. Scram!
Alright. Suzuka would have propped her head around and she would have told you that how to set up your user face so you don't get pop-ups anymore. And then she'll go back to her history homework.
Where's the any key?
Any key?
Any key. It says press any key. The any key.
It means any key.
Oh, computers are... There's a learning curve to this.
Jeez. You would have thought that. Why did you join the esports club if you've never used the computer beyond just emails?
It was the only athletics available.
That was chess.
Chess isn't a sport, Suzuka.
I see.
Silly Figwa.
Maybe you'll need your Christmas present early.
Hmm?
And no. This history present is all hard.
Oh. Yeah, history sucks.
I mean, We learn all about where we come from so we don't repeat the past mistakes.
Yeah, but like, I don't generally have to make the decision to siege like castles and take fiefs. It's more like math problems. I think.
Well, the political climate is currently populist, and there's many, well, more conservative leaders in government nowadays. Like, quite the swing considering what happened in the World Wars.
Wait, so the government's popular nowadays?
No, it just means that people want to look out for their own interests and their country's own interests rather than being in a global stage.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I mean, they've kind of always been on an island anyway.
I mean, there are countries that are landlocked, Akira.
Well, I meant us specifically. I'm not that stupid.
Oh, I mean, she'll just bite her lip.
Har, you can laugh. This ad says my computer will go faster if I click it. Is that fake? Okay, mute, Jess.
Oh.
No.
I said you can't download RAM.
Oh. Yeah, I knew that.
And you didn't win a free iPad.
Yeah. I didn't think I could download a RAM.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
I imagine this would be the perfect time for a car to come in and...
Go.
And I'd move her to the lobby if I could control her token.
You can't?
Nope.
Can't. Oh. Let me see something real quick.
Oh, that's why. Lol.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should be good now. Can you move it now?
Yeah.
There you go. That's weird. Roll 20's being weird. It unselected you.
Right. In any case, Kaharu comes back from the temple likely first.
Yeah.
And she'll glance into the common room.
Kira's a fucking laptop doing like granny index key typing.
Kaharu will blink a bit and say, you're busy, Akira?
Huh? I mean, as busy as I can be. I haven't taken a break in a bit, if you've got a good excuse to take one. I'm just trying to do homework, I guess? Practice? I could stop for a bit and something up.
Kaharu seems... pause a bit, she seems a bit hesitant. Well, I just... it's just I had it on my mind. Well, if you're busy, I don't want to be a bother.
No, I'm good. I could talk.
Sickle slink under the table.
If it's something personal, yeah. I guess I could take a quick break.
Kaharu, well, she also looks at Shizuka while she's saying this, clearly saying that she doesn't mind if she's there.
She'll get out from under the table and go back to the desk.
Huh. Okay, good. I'll have to ask Linda to watch out for viruses for me instead then.
It's just, today I went to the temple for the whole blood test ritual.
Oh. Cool. You got any deep, dark secrets you learned?
Yes, out of character. Could I briefly control Mo's action just so that she can mess with Kaharu?
Yeah, sure. Mo will give you direct control.
Okay then. As Kaharu sits down, looks a bit down, Mo will pop up out of her back, and well, I imagine there'd be some paper and pen in the common room. If not,
Yeah.
she'd definitely fly back to Kaharu's room and take that.
Yeah, there's like pens and paper and stuff around.
Mo begins drawing something as Kaharu looks down at the ground for a moment, trying to gather her thoughts, and just as she's about to speak, Mo finishes her work and places a white paper cap on Kaharu's head with the word dunce written on it.
Kara just tries to shoo Mo away and takes the hat off.
Meow.
She takes like the fishbone Glinda had earlier and throws it in the garden. Go get it, Mo.
Meow.
Yeah, that'll deal with her for a bit.
Kaharu glances up at the hat and says, well, apparently everyone in my family knew about this persona business except for me.
Huh. Really?
My mother was a persona user. My father, she gives a half-hearted laugh. He might not even be dead.
He might not be dead? What do you mean? How'd you... Well, I mean, that's good, but how'd you learn that from a blood test?
Kaharu takes a breath and says, well, apparently my mother was also a persona user, and she even went to a school sort of similar to our school.
School similar to ours.
Where everyone was summoning these demons. As for...
Okay.
And apparently my father, his ancestors were in Hiroshima when the Americans dropped the bomb, and they survived.
Oh. Well, shit. Like, survived how? Like the bad survived, or like bomb shelter survived? Did people really survive that? She kind of asked. Side by Shizuka for reference.
Karis says, apparently my father's line have an ability that let them shield themselves from the bomb with magic.
Can you roll me understanding?
Sure, yeah. I was wondering if you'd
You can add your Suzuka modifier to it.
Sick. Alright, hold on, let me see. Like the modifier or the social link modifier?
The I guess the modifier.
Alright. Sick.
Alright. You can kind of see, like, she's half underneath the table.
Does she look like she doesn't want to come out from the underneath the table?
She looks like she's slinking away.
Kira gives her a brief little nudge under the table with her foot.
She'll bang her head.
Oh, Shizuka, you okay? Did you fall?
I think I have, like, a brain tumor. I need to go to bed by.
No. Kira grabs her by the arm. If you have a brain tumor, bed's a terrible place to go, first off.
Oh. A concussion. Okay, I'm sorry.
Fine. See you.
Wait, really?
Feel better. Yeah.
Hey, I lied.
If you're hurt. What, did she say K, I lied?
She feels bad.
Yeah. So, surviving bomb.
And
I mean, I guess we wouldn't have heard of it if it was demon stuff, but
and Kaoru shakes her head, but there was a side effect. Yes, it was a case of the survivors were sort of when they used that ability, they were sort of in, I guess you could call it limbo. They were still alive, but normal people couldn't see them anymore.
like, they were gone?
No, they were still there. It's just it's sort of like a normal person looking at a persona.
So they got turned into demons.
Kaharu shakes her head. At least from the visions, it looked like they were still human. So it's a case of people couldn't see them anymore, and if that's the case, then if the ancestors of my father passed down this trait and these persona powers are hereditary, then if my ancestors could survive a nuke, couldn't my father have survived a train crash?
Well, I'm not a doctor. She's kind of giving this uncertain look towards over Suzuki. I mean, nukes and train crashes are kind of different things, right? She's kind of giving the Suzuki the look of, oh god, this sounds really sad. I'm trying not to do that to Koharu. Like, help me out, please.
I mean, what's the chances of that? You know? I mean, maybe it was just wrong.
Yeah, how accurate are the readings anyway? I mean, was it Kitsumi's father? Who does them anyway?
Well, Katsumi helped me with the initial part, but it was actually Reiko's father who did the reading.
Okay, looks towards Suzuka. Like, is that legitimate?
She'll just kind of look like it's happened sometimes, but it's not often kind of thing. Look.
Oh. Well, maybe Yeah, I don't really know. That's a lot to kind of take in, you know, and whew. Yeah. Mm. Are you feeling okay after all of that? It kind of sounds like you must have taken in a lot.
Kaharu,
Kira tries to steady the fucking Paul's H. Suzuka over there.
Kaharu comments and says, um, it laughs nervously and says it was a small miracle I stayed calm while I was walking back here.
Yeah. Maybe you need rest for a bit. I mean, it's a lot to take in. We can't hash out all the details now. I mean,
And, oh, Kaharu then rubs her forehead while thinking, what, and what if Naomi actually knew about this? I mean, she knew about demons sooner than I did. And it would put an entire new perspective on things, and oh, and Kaharu looks like she's trying to massage a migraine.
Kira will just kind of like put a hand on her shoulder and, Jess, can I use Mind's Eye asset to try to help her out, to help her focus? The asset form, where I do the brain blast.
You want a brain core?
Well, I mean, the idea is it's like a common clarity thing. And if that's the same for the asset.
Yes, you can
No.
brain bursting.
Alright, and help her try to calm down. Alright. Why? Do you think that sounds autistic, Jess?
I mean, he can, you know, it'll kind of feel like a brain's like expanding.
Bless you. Alright, I mean, Akira's trying to think of ways to help this out. It's just, she just looks like she's having a fucking headache while she's just keeps adding on more layers to this. She's just gonna kind of tell me like, okay, Karu, deep breaths, in and out, calm down, just take a step back and focus and relax yourself, okay? You're gonna just stress yourself out more. Let's slow down. And I mean, she'll do the brain burst thing. If you need to roll for anything to help calm Koharu down, it would be 2d8 exploding.
Yeah, even though Karu pretty much added her skill, I figured that was for not panicking right there in the temple.
Right, yeah.
She kept it all in while she came home. So
Yeah.
I say this is a good time for a reroll.
There you go, buddy. Enjoy the 2d8. Don't forget to put the exclamation mark.
Wait, are
What?
you just making her attribute explode, or are you just giving her an asset?
I was giving her the asset.
Alright.
Fine.
I'd say this would be diligence.
Yeah.
And actually, I think the social link with Akira would help here.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
It's going to be D10 plus 3.
Don't forget the exploding acid.
Mm,
I could roll it for you if you'd like.
sure.
Alright, cool. Fucking, alright, there you go. You had your own die.
Kahara will take a few deep breaths and calm down. She relaxes a bit. She's still thinking on things, but at least she's not. At least she doesn't seem like she's going to tear her hair out.